You're welcome.
Just don't believe that Washington, D.C. has the wherewithal politically, financially, patriotically to host a Summer Olympic Games.
Patriotically, wait a minute. What does that mean?
That means that the support from residents and business people for the concept would not be strong enough.
Well, that's not exactly an indication of patriotism or lack thereof, but he does strike a very important point, Jack Evans, which seems to be that there seems to be a groundswell of opinion all over the country, maybe in some cases all over the world, against financing these major sporting events.
Yeah. Where the district is right now is, as you know, Boston dropped out.
Yep.
The USOC has 44 days, and it's less than that now.
It's looking more like L.A. than ever.
Yeah, and really the only two choices now are L.A. and D.C. San Francisco is unable to do that. If my sense is correct, they're looking very much at L.A. They did contact, USOC did contact Ted Leonsis and Russ Ramsey to indicate that
those are the two chairmen of the
to
local
the chair, yeah. And their position, my position, the mayor's position is this: if they want the District of Columbia, we're interested, but we're not going to compete with L.A. I mean, if you want to, we went down that road once. I think the process was fixed. I think the selection of Boston was ridiculous. I think everybody agrees with that. So USOC can do what they want to do. If they want to go with L.A., fine. If they're interested in us, we'll be glad to talk.
Let's be
if
clear,
they're
though.
Interested in us, we'll be glad to talk to them. How about that groundswell of opinion I was talking about? What is your political sense of whether there would be support for it in the Washington region at this point?
I think there would be support, and you're talking to the guy. There's always a groundswell of support from the naysayers. The baseball stadium had the groundswell of support against it, as did the Verizon Center, as did the Convention Center, and there will always be the naysayers who say, you know, the sky is falling, the earth is flat. But can we put on an Olympics in this region that doesn't cost the city, that economically would work? Yeah, I believe we could do that.
Now, let's be clear about this, because when the district can't do it, but as I understand it, the bid is Maryland, Virginia, and D.C. all financially in it together.
Yes.
It's not that the city would fund it.
Correct. And it's not the city and Maryland, Virginia would fund it. It's a privately funded. And you have two very smart guys in charge of this thing. And so now the city would have a stake in the game, because at the end of the day, our plan would produce facilities, the RFK Stadium being the most noticeable one, that can be used in the future. This isn't Beijing, who are where the country's going to lose its mind and build all these crazy things and nothing gets used, or Sochi, or this is Los Angeles. This is Atlanta.
Let me speak on behalf of the naysaying flat earth crowd. They will say, here you were just saying that we have a problem providing affordable housing for people, but somehow we're going to be able to find gazillions of dollars to stage the Olympics.
Well, that's the private sector being involved. And again, it's also constructing facilities that can be used in the future. Again, you can deal with both. And if you followed the philosophy of we have no money to do anything, you wouldn't have built a baseball stadium, which has proved to be one of the most successful sporting projects ever done in the country.
It's not either or.
It's not either or, and it never is.